Hello, hello, hello. Greetings. Great day to you. Greetings, Unlimited Life Academy, my fellow live masters. What is going on today? I hope you are having a great, wonderful, well, and abundant and prosperous day wherever you are. I am wishing you health, wealth, love, and happiness. This is Jerome Shaw, creator of the Open Palm Podcast, marketing motivator and meditator. And greetings to you today. So we are here, and today's topic that I would love to give to you, because today is day 6. Yes, that's right. Today is day 6 of the live challenge, the 30-day live challenge here on Unlimited Life Academy, where we are changing lives with our lives. Sorry, where did that come from? Anyways, yes, we are changing lives with our lives. The more I am in this community, the more I swear, every day every day is new. You know, I can hear the birds chirping right now, and I feel like I'm in a community of live masters. You know, I heard that phrase coined by Tuan Nguyen yesterday on his live masters. I love that term because, you know, one of my favorite series of all time is Star Wars. And I just love the concept of Jedi Grandmasters and Jedi Masters and Jedi Master or Jedi Apprentices and Padawans and, you know, Jedi Knights and stuff like that. So I do feel like I'm in a group full of Jedi Knights, but I would call them live masters. So I digress, live masters. Today's topic is why it feels so lonely at the top. Why it feels lonely at the top. You know, they always say that there's never traffic in the extra mile, right? It's never crowded when you go the extra mile, you know? And the difference between extra and ordinary is just that little extra. So when you go beyond your limits, like Bruce Lee says, there are no limits. There are only plateaus. And we must not stay there. We must go beyond them. So if we are continuously becoming our greatest version, continuously pushing for that greater version of ourselves, and we just push beyond, and going to the outer rims of what we know to be possible, and to what others know to be possible or accept as possible or impossible, right? Because we all know that, you know, impossible is just a word, right? Even the word itself says I'm possible. So nothing is impossible, I believe. But as we are pushing our own limits, and thank you for joining, whoever that is. I see a little tick mark for a viewer. Thank you for joining. If you're live, hashtag live. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. But as we are going to the upper echelons, the upper limits of our potential, we may feel lonely, right? It's like you're climbing the mountain. As you're climbing Mount Everest, all the people, all the tourists, all the people on the bottom, they're crowded, right? It's really crowded. But as you go up further, the air gets thinner, but then you're able to see farther. You're able to see clearer. You're able to see a lot more of the landscape that the people on the bottom don't see, but there's less people because less people went up to the top. And that is my point that I'm going to point later on, that you need not feel lonely at the top. You need not feel lonely, and I'm going to explain that. So in my life, I have been alone a lot. First off, you know, I'm an only child, so both of my parents, you know, coming from divorced parents, but coming from parents who were retired military. So both my mom and my father are retired military. I moved schools every 2 years. Sometimes in 1 year, I would be at a different school. So switched friends. You know, these were times before Facebook and MySpace, before you could actually remain in touch. And I know there's people on here that were here in even earlier times, like way earlier times when you really couldn't remain in touch with a person. So, you know, I got used to it. And even in these times, even in these days, you know, right now I'm 28. I am so comfortable being uncomfortable. But when I say uncomfortable, I mean the word is relative, you know, to other people's uncomfortability. I believe that it is a rarity to be able to be alone without being lonely. And I feel like that's a skill and I guess an unfair advantage that I acquired unwillingly. I acquired it without even knowing that it was a skill in the first place. I go to roller skating by myself. I go to the movies by myself. I treat myself, right? I meditate by myself. I go out in nature by myself. I go on walks by myself. So I really enjoy being by myself and just enjoy being my own friend. I love quotes by Nikola Tesla that says, be alone. That is the secret of invention. Be alone. That is when ideas are born. I feel like a lot of my ideas that were birthed within me, a lot of ideas that flowed through me, because, inspiration really means to be in spirit. So we are inspired when ideas flow through us. So I was able to embody a lot of ideas through my isolation, being alone, So also Blaise Pascal's quote, all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. So I do feel like, being able to be by yourself without being lonely is a skill that not many acquire, not many appreciate, not many even really know what it's like to truly just be alone, be by themselves. And I know people that I follow on here, people that have been mentoring me, such as Ron Carter, they know what it's like to be alone, be dreadfully and just very, very alone. So I definitely empathize with you, and I say that, I respect the person who is able to be alone without being lonely and is able to draw strength from themselves. But you know what? It's funny. As we're rising to the top, as we're conquering our demons, as we're conquering and accomplishing these different things, these different tasks, and rising above in these different tiers in life and in our business, right, in entrepreneurship and online marketing, we may feel that it's getting very lonely at the top. And I feel like I have a solution for that. One of my friends talked to Jamie Foxx, who pointed out eloquently that it's only lonely at the top when you don't bring anyone with you. Let me say that again. It's only lonely at the top when you don't bring anyone with you. So when you don't bring anyone up with you to where you are going, to where you are ascending, we all have our own journeys. It can sometimes feel like an elevator that friends and family, people get on our elevator, and as we are rising in life, sometimes they might exit by themselves. We don't even need to kick them off the elevator. They might say, ding, that's my floor. Okay, let me get off. Ding, that's my floor. Okay, let me get off. Ding, that's my floor. Okay, let me get off. As you're rising to wherever you're rising in your thought consciousness, in your life, in your business, in your profitability, wherever you are going in life and ascending, sometimes people, they will exit away from your life, and there's nothing that you can do to keep them in. But it's like the ones who mind don't matter, but the ones who matter, they won't mind. They'll always be with you on your journey, even if they aren't physically there with you. And I do believe in keeping a close circle, keeping a tight-knit circle of friends, not acquaintances, but real people who can hold you down and real strong, people who don't judge you, but are able to, give you guidance and are able to help whenever it need be, and are able to, even criticize things that you're doing, but also encourage. They aren't afraid to tell you, hey man, I'm saying, you got to get on it, man. You got to we going. But they aren't also afraid to encourage you in your journey. So it is only lonely at the top when you don't bring anyone with you, when you aren't actually consciously bringing someone with you to the top. Of course, you might be there by yourself, and you might look around and say, what was all this for if I don't have my friends, if I don't have my family? But I also believe that the way to spell leader is EXAMPLE. When you are leading by example, when you are in the trenches with the people, especially in times like this where technology is so abundant, and like I always say, you can touch the life of a person at the touch of a button, you can lead by example. The greatest leaders were great followers. And just by leading by example, just by showing that things can be done, other people will be inspired on your journey. Especially if you are in this challenge and you are challenging yourself with your own consistency and persistence while being patient and just taking your time and realizing that timing is everything, right? Other people are inspired by default. They see that you have not stopped. They see that you have kept going. They see that you are continuing on your journey and you are not faltering and not letting life hinder you, because we all know that life can happen at a moment's notice, at the drop of a dime. Things can change. Our circumstances can change. Life can happen to us, but it also can happen for us and by us, I believe. So in creating your own community, how are you creating your community in your life? I feel like Unlimited Life Academy and many Facebook groups like this are a wonderful opportunity for you to create your own sense of a community. You can have your own mentors. You know, a person can be a mentor to you and they not even know it, I believe. You know, you can actually have a mentor from a book. A lot of the books that I read, the authors, I feel like they're my mentors. I reread these books over and over again, and we can make friends with the eminent dead, so to speak. Like that's how they say, making friends with the eminent dead, people who have passed on, Napoleon Kings, the Dale Carnegies, like all these people can be your mentors, right? It can be a book. So it doesn't actually have to be a physical person. But I feel like, why not, in this wonderful community of live masters, online marketers, and entrepreneurs, why not have a mentor here in this community? You know, and I love how Corey Gulick has actually designated Avengers Assemble, you know, a team of mentors and like-minded individuals who are not just learning and growing on their own, but are also teaching. And we all know the great thing, like Jim Quick says, when you teach something, you get to learn it twice. So I congratulate you. I just applaud you if you are out there pushing yourself to be an example in not just your life, but in everyone else's, and pushing yourself past procrastination and into persistence in your own consistency. I applaud you. I applaud you. I applaud you, because we are in this journey together. It is only lonely at the top when you don't bring anyone with you. So if you decide that this community, this unlimited life, making our lives unlimited, if you decide that this community is right for you, then celebrate someone else's success. Congratulate someone on their achievements. When you see someone else going live, instead of just throwing up your live video, maybe wait just a second. Maybe wait just a moment to hop on that person's live and leave a heart. You know, even if you don't stay for the whole thing, leave a like, leave a heart, leave a simple comment, hashtag live, right? Let them know that you are there. If you catch it on the replay, hashtag replay. You have no idea what it means to a person to know that somebody is listening. Somebody out there is listening. And oh my gosh, I think Tuan Nguyen said something today that just impacted me. And it's funny because he said that we may impress people by our success, but we impact them by our failures. I think he said that, I believe. I'll go back and check, but this is my example right here. Like, he inspired me just to see him on his live. It was my very first time seeing Tuan go live, and just to see him speaking his truth. You know, his aroma of authenticity, as he puts it, that was so unique to him, encouraged me. It inspired me, and it lit a fire in me to keep going, to put out my message, even if I didn't feel like it, right? Even if I did not feel like it, it doesn't matter, because I strongly believe it's not about me. You know, it's not about me. It's about the person who is watching. It's about you who are listening. So drop a like, leave a heart, leave a live, hashtag replay for the person you are watching, and encourage them to keep going, because we know that life can sometimes get us down. Life can sometimes happen, but the sun is always shining. The sun is always there. Man, you know, it's like, even if clouds go by and it's raining, thundering, and lightning, that sun is still there. The sun hasn't gone anywhere. We just can't see it, right? So be that sun in someone else's life. Be that beacon of light for another person. Congratulate them on their achievements. Celebrate their success. Shout for someone when they get their shot, and they will shout for you when you get your shot. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, sharing your love, light, and your energy on this live here, as we are changing our lives and other lives through the lives that we put here on Unlimited Life Academy. I am, once again, my name is Jerome Shaw, marketing motivator and meditator here, creator of the Open Palm podcast. I will be leaving a link for my Facebook group if you would like to join and get more marketing motivation for you, your business, and your life. So thank you once again. As always, be blessed. Have a wonderful and productive day.